Howdy folks, this is Checkers back again with another Fallout 4 video, here today with a viewer request to take a look at elevators in the Contraptions Workshop DLC for Fallout 4. And, well, let's get on into that. So here before us we have a concrete floor donut. This is that tall concrete floor that has a concrete base and a steel top. And if we open up our settlement interface and come over to structures and then over to elevators, we can see that there are three types of elevator: the 2-floor, 3-floor, and 4-floor elevators. Now, let's bring our 2-floor elevator over here towards us, and it snaps right into position here in the concrete donut. And that's awesome. But let's store that and try the 3-floor elevator. We'll bring that on over, and come on, little elevator, you know you want to. It snaps into place as well. They don't seem to like to move front and back with the mouse wheel like some of the other items. Now, let's go ahead and store that, and then try the 4-floor elevator. And we'll get that right on over in here, and then we will not do anything. We can make it go on top, but we can't quite get it to fit in the hole. Huh. Well, let's try the 3-floor. Oh, snaps right in. 2-floor snaps right in. Back to 3, and 4 jumps right on out. Something is a little off with the model for the 4-floor elevator. I don't know why, but it doesn't fit. So if you want to use the 4-floor elevator in your concrete construction, what you need to do is make it the centerpiece of your construction. So here I have taken the 4-floor elevator and made it sit right on top of a floor piece, and now I can move it out from under. I can grab this one, I can slide it into place, and I can get all the other pieces in place as well. They snap right to the elevator. It just doesn't really want to work the other way around. And actually probably should get this one in place first. And whoops. There we go. And there we go. So what we couldn't do with the other elevator, we could do now. And if you look at the floor pieces, they're not spread out any further, at least not visibly. It might be off by a fraction, by a decimal point, but it is off. I haven't tried this yet. What if we store the 4-floor elevator, try and put it back in? Will it go back in now that it's been sized right appropriately for it? And the answer is no. 3-floor goes right in, 4-floor jumps right out and won't go back. So it's a quirk with the elevator. You're not going crazy. It really doesn't fit. Start with the 4-floor elevator and build your floor around it if that's what you want to have in your structure. Now let's go up here and take a look at how the elevators actually work. When you put down your elevator, you're going to need power. You take your power from your generator and you just drag it right on over to the little bit that hangs out. And you don't really even need to get that close. If you just, let's store that wire, select your generator, and then, you know, as long as the elevator is white and it looks like it's snapped into place, click and you're good. And once you've done that, you can get into your elevator, press 2 or whatever floor you desire that you're not already on, and the elevator will take you where you want to go. But as we go down here, I'm going to show you a problem. The elevators leave a little bit of gap if you build with the concrete construction kit that came from the Wasteland Workshop DLC. So if we go back in here where we learned all about the 4-floor elevator before you folks joined us and press the 2nd floor, you're going to see daylight in the middle of our structure. And let's do that again. You can see there's a little gap here between the floor and ceiling that is daylight. The walls, in this case, are built to the floor from the elevator. The floor is built to the elevator, the wall is built to the floor, and the roof piece is built to the wall. And here on the back wall, however, I did it a little bit differently, because as we go up, the next wall over here is built to the floor, which has been joined to the elevator on the 2nd floor. But on the back wall here, these side walls are sitting on top of the walls below, but as you can see, there is now wall leaking down from the floor above. below us there's about a foot. Here it looks like maybe 2.5, and here you can see a little bit better the gap between the level that we're on and the floor above. That is the floor of the 3rd floor. If I were to go back into the settlement interface and come over to concrete and go to roofs and try and put a roof in here, it would snap to the wall just fine and even fit within the room that the elevator gives it, but there is still that gap right there, and I don't have a solution for that. If we go up to the 3rd floor, you can see there is the gap, although in the back wall there isn't because the walls have moved down. Here is the top of our 2-floor elevator, and you can see here we have even more wall leaking down from the 4th floor. And if we go up all the way to the 4th floor, we find that the wall is really more of a suggestion, kind of an over-exuberant handrail at this point, and we can actually jump up on top of it. So I don't really know if these elevators are meant to be used with the concrete construction kit. Maybe they're only meant to be used with scaffolding. I'm really not entirely sure. But actually, let's jump out. Oh, didn't make it. What I wanted to show you is, let's say we go back up to the 3rd floor here. And you're working with your elevators, but your elevator... Oh, here's another little bit. Here is this gap. But anyway, your car isn't where you want it to be. There is a call button on each level of the elevator. You just click that button, the car will rise on up to join you, just like any elevator you might find in the real world. And we can go back down this way. So there are some quirks with the elevators. They don't seem to line up very well with the concrete structures. I haven't tried it with the wooden structures yet, or the scaffolding, but there does seem to be some quirks with the concrete construction set. And if you're trying to do that, dear viewer, it's not you, you're not crazy, they just really don't seem to align very well. And the 4-floor elevator is definitely extra quirky. Alrighty folks, this has been Checkers with a look at elevators in the Contraptions Workshop DLC for Fallout 4. I would like to remind you that I have a Twitter link in the description of the video and on my channel main page. If you're on mobile, it'll be on my channel About page. Also, if you look in the upper right-hand corner, you will see a small letter I with a white circle around it. These are cards and links to other videos that I've made. I would like to thank you for watching. I hope you found the video informative and maybe just a little entertaining. I would like to invite you to subscribe and ask you to please take care.